A deluge of dollars. The 2012 election spending spree. The 2012 United States federal elections witnessed an unprecedented flood of money, with over $6 billion poured into campaigns across the country. This staggering sum, dwarfing previous election cycles, represented a new era of big money's influence in American politics. While some donations were fully disclosed, a significant portion, amounting to hundreds of millions of dollars, originated from opaque sources shrouded in secrecy and earning the ominous moniker dark money. This influx of undisclosed cash raised serious concerns about who was bankrolling political campaigns and the potential for undue influence on the democratic process. The proliferation of dark money marked a departure from traditional campaign finance practices, where donors and their contributions were publicly accessible. This lack of transparency eroded public trust and fueled suspicions about the motives of these shadowy funders. Were they wealthy individuals seeking to advance their own interests? Were they corporations attempting to buy favorable legislation? Or were they foreign entities aiming to interfere in American democracy? These unanswered questions cast a long shadow over the 2012 elections and beyond. The 2012 election cycle served as a stark illustration of how dark money could distort the political landscape. Without clear disclosure requirements, voters were left in the dark about the true forces shaping the political discourse and influencing the outcome of elections. This lack of transparency struck at the heart of democratic principles, leaving many Americans questioning whether their voices were being heard amidst the deluge of dollars. Dark money refers to political spending where the sources of the funds are not disclosed to the public. Unlike traditional campaign contributions, which are subject to limits and disclosure requirements, dark money operates in the shadows, allowing donors to exert influence without accountability. This lack of transparency raises profound concerns about the integrity of our elections and the health of our democracy. One of the primary vehicles for dark money are 501(c)(4) organizations, non-profit groups that are permitted to engage in political activity as long as their primary purpose is not political. These organizations can receive unlimited contributions from individuals, corporations, and even foreign entities without having to disclose their donors. This makes them an attractive avenue for those seeking to influence elections, while keeping their involvement hidden from public scrutiny. The influx of dark money into our political system has eroded public trust in our elected officials and institutions. When voters don't know who is funding political campaigns, it creates a breeding ground for cynicism and suspicion. It also makes it difficult to hold elected officials accountable, as their true allegiances may be obscured. Furthermore, the lack of transparency in political spending creates an uneven playing field, where wealthy individuals and special interests can exert an outsized influence on elections. This undermines the principle of one person, one vote, as those with the most money can amplify their voices and drown out the concerns of ordinary citizens. Unleashing a torrent of secret spending. The rise of dark money has unleashed a torrent of secret spending in American politics, fundamentally altering the landscape of our elections. This secretive flow of funds has made it increasingly difficult to trace the true sources of campaign contributions, leaving voters in the dark about who is really pulling the strings. The lack of transparency has allowed special interests to wield significant power, often at the expense of the public good. This unchecked influence has raised serious questions about the fairness and integrity of our electoral process. As dark money continues to flood our political system, it threatens to drown out the voices of ordinary citizens and undermine the very foundations of our democracy. It is crucial that we shine a light on this shadowy world of secret spending and demand greater transparency and accountability in our elections. Only then can we ensure that our political system truly reflects the will of the people and not just the interests of the wealthy few. In recent years, we've seen a growing crisis of confidence in democratic institutions around the world. People are questioning the fairness and effectiveness of their electoral systems. This skepticism is fueled by misinformation, political polarization, and economic disparities. It's becoming increasingly clear that restoring faith in democracy will require concerted efforts from all sectors of society. Ensuring the integrity of our elections is paramount. It starts with transparent processes and robust oversight. We need to protect against external interference and ensure that every vote is counted accurately. Education and awareness campaigns can help combat misinformation and build trust. Ultimately, it is the collective responsibility of governments, institutions, and citizens to safeguard our democratic processes.